Howdy y'all, Tahiki here, and welcome to another adventure. We are still in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We have successfully returned from the moon, and we have accidentally triggered the final days. Whoops! As you can tell, the final days are upon us. It is currently raining fire from the sky. The ground has trembled and screamed. We have killed many a monster. Differences from Amarat's final days, though. Our final days, the monsters are not created by creation magics. The monsters are people that apparently are losing all of their ether. So Ishtola cannot even see them. She's blind to them. So we've learned that there's no way to save these people. Once they've changed, there's no bringing them back. So Estinian ran off with Vitra to try to stop this wave of monsters that's coming in, and we're here with Ahewann to try to figure out our next course of actions here in Ahewann before it spreads everywhere else. But we already know it's going to spread everywhere else because there was a person in Ishgard and a person in Alamigo who both did that weird glowy thing that apparently you do before you change. So let's go talk to the leader, pseudo-leader, the Satrap, and see where we go from here. There's Ahewann's burden is heavy indeed, yet he not need bear it alone. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduda for the time being. There I can better manage the crisis and dispatch my troops as situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Perhaps the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered the tragic events, it may give us insight to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alice and I will take Pops's path, Bankrat and Ishtola, pray make for Dharma. I'll leave Artha and Graha to you, Taheka. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days in the city is most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduda that we may share what we've learned with Satrap. Agreed. Come on, Graha. Shall we off then? Athra is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our scales. Seems good a place as any to begin the investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Okay, let's go. Ah, it's this place. The High Crucible. I took a really pretty picture here. Nuhadin! I remember those red eyes. You're with the scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We're assessing this trap and investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Balshan's bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beak poked its head out amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to descend sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the market. This knowledge is most useful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe where our next query should be. To the bazaar. Yeah, to the bazaar. Let's go. Okay, we're at the bazaar. Varsha. Oh, you have a place here. Discuss textiles. So this is the Venerian weave. I must say it bears resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvus. Small wonder, really, given it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert of Corvalsic culture, of course. I have not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Sharlayan, and like as not, will never reside there again. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It's thanks to my forebears I inherit the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of ancient Alec. And so, while I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again, if only once. Don't speak like that, Graha. You will see it again. Vasra, forgive me, but my shop is closed until further notice. Needless to say, we have pressing concerns. We have not come in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that came through the bazaar. Did you chance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. Better luck asking there. The west side of the bazaar. Which means going around here. Here we go. Zietzner. Is something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything of the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? I saw it, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around, and there was the fiend, a massive body bursting throughout the entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quickly as it came. So again, everyone's saying so far it came after a scream. Maybe they assumed it was a person screaming, but it could have just been a planet. Sisters, have mercy, what is happening? What am I supposed to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, tell us what you saw. First, I heard the screams, and a horde of ravening beasts came charging. One of them was huge, bigger than a merit, throwing people around like ragdolls and eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing got louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, and I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You are brave enough to share your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The high crucible too has survived, mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your mind and body while you are able. I suspect that is the most we can expect for people to tell us. I think it's best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Yes, we have to go to Megaduda. Okay. Weren't we supposed to meet at Megaduda? Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards Aetherin. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in the mayhem will surely tell us more. Go gather information at Marine's Mayhem. So it would have started here. Oh, it's like a club. Even after repairing all the damage, it's taken a while for business to pick up. May you perchance know the first one? You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too, well, we all did. I was standing here at the counter as Mereed poured me a drink when suddenly there came a dreadful sound like a pain-agonizing groan. It was unlike anything I have ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose a creature enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sent shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky had turned red as blood. Mereed, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant hosts came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to turn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky. They do. I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. So the beast came first. Yeah, you can definitely see the sky from here. They would know if it was raining fire first. Going after the enormous beast, are you? I saw, including the very instance of poor Bleep transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worse. Next I knew, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands, and a black mist swirled around him. Then his whole body burst apart, and there stands a hideous slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends started to shriek, and the black mist came again until the change took them too, the stuff of nightmares. Nightmares indeed. Instantly, Chance knew who these merchants were. No, I am a decorator by trade, not the cause to mingle with that sort. Saw Milil, the bartender, chatting with them, though she might know. So, this group of people changed before this guy turned red. So this happened before the reign of fire. Hello there, welcome to Mary's Mayhain. May I help you? What can I get you? We have come not for libations, but rather information. You're Milil, correct? Oh, big lunch. We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on this trap behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. No! It was Calzal! Calzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily with the exports of the Varian specialties. He's the guy from the beginning when we met Eeyore. He was so overcome with all the stuff that was happening. It's through him we met Matsya. Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavnir? If I recall correctly, Calzal ran a trading operation in Yedlid Mod, and it was there where you made Matsya's acquaintance. Yes. Don't tell me Matsya was one of them. Yes, that is the same Calzal, no doubt. A rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it is clear he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot be good for business. Even now with the towers gone, the collapse of the empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of the trading consortium indeed. Calzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and the many others who count on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Calzal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... Forgive me. I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I'd just like to ask one more thing. Do you notice anything unusual about Calzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Calzal lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Oh! Still, perhaps his neighbors knew something I do not. I can direct you to them, if you believe it would help. What do you say? Yes. Anything will help. Calzal was the first one! That's terrible! So... was it just the dread of everything? It seems like that the transformations are connected to one's emotional well-being. So if they are full of dread and despair and hopelessness, they turn into these monsters. Calzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Calzal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down the directions. I cannot promise that you'll find what you seek, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this leads us. Okay, accompany me, Graha. How do we get there? Okay, first we gotta leave here. Excuse me? Okay, so that's terrible. Really? How do we call Zal? Oh, Calzal. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite an adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Raza Han at our leisure once the crisis is past. Me too, Grahatia, me too. So, because I know that he was filled with all this uncertainty and stuff when the towers first came, and that might have been the catalyst. I think that's the catalyst. It's just remember the flower that we got from Heidelin is all about emotion. This must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Calzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. So he started knocking on some doors. Knock, knock. Calzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging as of late. No surprise really with the how dangerous travel has come. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt ragging his brave for a way to turn his fortune around. Then at night I heard the door open. I looked out to see Calzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see, the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Do you notice anything out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Calzal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught in the terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days. My daughter told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, and the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should this trap order it. So he was really concerned about the consortium, it seems. Maria, could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, there's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee should the situation turn dire. Before we leave you in peace, pray allow us a question or two. Did you know of a local merchant named Calzal? If so, do you notice anything unusual about him recently? Calzal? Yeah, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around thanks to a generous order from Ravuda fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken to him since, but I assumed all went well. Jignabaha might be able to tell you more. Though, as I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. That sounds promising. Okay, let's go talk to this guy. So did the plan go south and that's where he just lost his cool? Something made him lose his cool. That's all we know. Something made him lose his cool. Now we just have to find out what. What made him lose his cool? Run through the produce. Ooh, another point. Graha. They're farming silkworms. This must be Ravida's fibers, where we should find Jinjabaha. Jinjabaha? There you are. Whee! Ow. Hello. And hurry, I say there's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply do not have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all of our wares and equipment to safety before more cursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Really? Very well. You can start by helping us move equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Oh, come on! We're trying to save the world, not move stuff. And you can carry the fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. The world's ending, doesn't matter. Oh, golly gee. Come on. To carry your stuff. Citizen for employees only. Out, out. I was told to help carry textiles. What? You've come to help? Oh, praise be Mindaruva! Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nabraf Hall by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate is clothing from Manuha. The massive crate there goes to Zenmyra in the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are the crates we have ready. Once delivered, consider your work completed. You have unlimited time to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. I hope I wasn't supposed to remember all that. Light crate. I don't remember where it goes. Oh, here. It tells you. Okay. Okay, we've come to the right place. Okay. 1 done. Where's the next one? Ordinary crate. Does this go to Manua? Yep. Here, take it. Many thanks for the delivery. Okay. And a weighty crate. This one's gonna probably be very heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if it slowed me down. I did see some people walking around with crates that had like the slow on them. Yep. Whew, that was easy. Omelet's done. You carried all the crates to the storehouse, yes? And quickly so. I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jindra Baha and assure him your work is apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for the distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we'll meet again in peaceful time. Me too. So they're doing more running around. That would be terrible. Did I buy us? Yep, I have. If she's satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. Good. So tell me about this deal that you had with Kalzal. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then before we could even come to our senses, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony and terror, and the next instant he, too, sprouted fearful claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he, too, transformed. I'm sorry, was there something you wanted to ask? Indeed, you knew the merchant Kalzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kalzal, I know him well. We arranged for his consignment to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, we received a better offer and had to turn him down. That's why he was so depressed. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transfer the goods for a much smaller commission. We'd have been fools to refuse. I failed told before withdrawing the offer, but you must understand that we simply had no choice. He tried to put up a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair was plain as day. He says he discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he had given up hope. And that's what makes dejection and despair. That's what makes you change. You remember what we saw in Vanashpati, right? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning to beasts, one after the next. We've seen the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kalzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be that such intense emotions is what triggers the transformation? I already pieced that together, thank you. Much remains unclear, but I believe we're drawing close to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. It is. Having lost all hope causes you to change into a monster. We were to reconvene with others in front of Megaduda, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, we'll have already returned from their investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared from further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than anywhere. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern and pray you take chances. Okay, so we gotta go to Megaduda. Woo! So, it is just as I thought. If you have so little hope and so much despair, you turn into a monster. Well, it causes you to have the ether just sucked away. We need to keep the people calm. Excuse me. Stay calm, people.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
We discovered that Calzal was the first one to change, actually changed before it started to rain fire, and the change we think was triggered by a lack of hope and full of despair.
So the merchant Calzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings.
Yeah, because we don't have creation magic.
Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
Everyone
If
hears...
I may, there was another detail that troubled me.
Yeah?
We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized.
Someone can change
It means
before.
even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Don't lose to that despair, Alice.
Look! It's the satrap! The satrap!
Thank the heavens.
He better not turn. Don't turn. He's gonna tell them to flee, isn't he?
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, Allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Keep them calm.
Your
keep them hopeful.
Excellency, is there any word from Balaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
Don't worry.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share.
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
No. She's gonna change.
You are?
I'm Matsya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait.
Don't say
When
that
the
though.
skies turned red, I set off for Balaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! God
She's gonna
have
change.
mercy!
She's gonna change.
Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
She's gonna change.
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, stick their fangs into him?
Oh, she's gonna change. She's
The
being full of
fangs!
decision.
The screams!
Oh, she's changing.
Get away from her, now!
Oh no. Which is gonna cause others to change. And it starts a chain reaction. Oh crap. How do you stop this? If one person changes, everyone starts changing because they all start panicking. They're panicking. Stop panicking.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
How can you see anything, Ishtola?
Run as fast as you can!
Oh no, it's a trap. Don't get in the way. He's gonna change. No, no! Oh my god! They don't even care for each other! And he's gonna change. What can we do? No! Don't hurt him! No, let him go! No, don't eat him, don't eat him, don't eat him, don't eat him.
Our people, you must
Don't eat him!
save them.
Don't eat him! Don't eat him! Block the hurt! Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh my god.
My son.
Enough. You must run. For their sake and your own.
Bring him back to his senses. You can stop the transformation.
Yes. You will survive. You must.
Ahewann's dead? Go! Ahewann's dead. Oh my god. It ate him. It freaking ate him. God, what are you gonna do? Okay, I killed it. That's the thing that ate this a trap. Graha, what are you gonna do?
Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations!
Don't do anything stupid.
Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground.
They've lost their leader. He's gonna be their leader.
Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Oh my god, I'm like freaking
Alice,
shaking.
leave the city to us and make for Palaka's stand at once. Matya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Go, Eeyore.
Go with them, will you?
Yes, but you gotta be careful,
We will
Graha.
save these people. As many as we can.
Oh my god, this Satrap's dead. They had no leader, so he took up the leadership role. I mean, he was the Crystal Exarch. Like, he knows how to lead a city. Oh my god. They ate him. They freaking ate him! They ate him! I can't right now. That's it. Ahewann's dead. Eaten by his own people that he tried to save. Vitra doesn't know. Ahewann didn't have any children, so that's the end of his line. The Satrap line has ended. There's no one else to carry on the secret, unless Grahatia becomes, like, the next ruler of Ahewann, or the truth comes out that a dragon was ruling them the entire time, which would cause more chaos and panic that's already happening. Holy crap, what just happened? Whew, let's get to the stand. Come on, Eeyore. We must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. I'll tell you, it pains me to put you in harm's way, but I ask you to aid as well. Well, of course, Palaka's stand is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I have no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Take, I ask you to take the lead and dispatch any beast you encounter. Alice and I will keep Messiah hidden amongst the trees and follow when the path is clear. Agreed! Let's go, I gotta keep Eeyore safe. Keep your eyes peeled. Kill this trap! I still can't believe that they just ate him. They flippin' ate him. Eat a food. Oh my god. They flippin' ate him. They flippin' ate him. Anyone else? No? Okay, here we go. He's dead. I'm like, still, I really liked his character. I really liked him and he's dead! And Graha just like took his place, you know? He just like totally went into Exarch mode just now. Okay, both of you. You gotta get closer, you two. Come on. Good. Oh my god. He's dead. Freaking eaten alive. Hey! This is the place I wanted to try to attune to the crystal before. We're here. Ahewann. Give me just a second to attune to your aetheryte really quick. I know the world's ending and everything, but I need this. They kept you are safe. I can't believe he's dead. And none of my friends can fall into despair either then, because if any of my friends fall into despair, they'll change too. Everyone's sundered. LSA. He cannot be. We must heal those we can and quickly. I see no beast, but stay on your guard. Yeah, you two start healing. You both know healing magic. Just one's better at it than the other. Horizontal higher. Villager has no pulse, nor are they breathing. Oh, they're dead. Cold body has begun to stiffen. The massive wound suggests the villager was gored by a terrible beast. Ah, exhausted higher. Are you alive? Yeah, you're hiding. Please tell me you're just hiding. Though the villager's injuries should not be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow. His vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the neighbor goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. This is really the end of times. Everyone's just giving up. Alice, you good? His wounds are deep, but he may yet be saved. Go and help the others. Alfie? There, you'll be fine. The pain will soon pass. Oh, you can't go under the house. Come on. I'm here to help you. Please don't change. Have you come to help us? Yes! Too late, my family, my friends. Just don't change. Everyone must stay calm. These are the only villagers who survived. I can only hope others manage to flee, but the rest have been turned to beasts by the 12. Let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further. And no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Shoot, you saw that? It got lighting! Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, what? I can't fathom what's happening. It really feels like the end of times right now. Oh, it really feels like the end of times right now. I think we should stop there. Because the end of the world is nigh. And this is, oh my god. It's really the end. They've lost their leader. Wow. Okay, well, I don't know what to say. That was rough. No one's safe. We're back to like Heaven's Ward rules, man. No one is safe. Everyone can go. Just like in Heaven's Ward. Wow. Well then, in that case, that's all I have for now because I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.